What's up? I'm Austin Griffith. It's Bowtie Friday here with the Build Guild, doing some guild building. First up is going to be Codechef. Codechef, if you want to take us away, show us what you've built. We're here today to just show off what we've been building in the Build Guild. Just all our random builds. Codechef, if you're around, take it away.
Okay, hi everyone. So I'm gonna share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Oh yeah, it's looking Monopoly-ish.
Oh yeah, so yeah, hi everyone. So I built a simple CryptoMonopoly where you roll dice to go around the buildings and you can buy properties, and if you pass go, you will earn some coins. So at the start again, you can click on play. Originally you will have to pay some fee, but for this game I make it for free. So you pay, you will start on the gold side or area, and then you will start with 500 coins, which is a USA 20 tokens. So you can click on roll, which will like a six side dice, and roll 5. So I just visiting, and then you click on roll again. So you can rely on these buildings. You can buy for depending on how much price, and rely on chance. Then you can click on pay chance, which you can like earn some coins or lose some coins. And yeah, I lost my coins. Then I will keep rolling, and and as you notice, there will be like a people icon, and then one that shows how many players are in this space. So you can click on. So I'm going to keep on clicking on row to go around the wars and into free parking, which means nothing. It's similar to the traditional Monopoly game.
So are there multiple players? It looks like there's two people and they're rolling back and forth. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, there's like people going around. So let me see now.
And
yes.
How does the roll work? Are you using block hash? What's your randomness?
Oh, same as other one. See now. There's my random number. Yeah, I'm just doing the timestamp. I gotta make it better, but I was like focusing on the building the game part.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it can be improved. I could just like use chaining to make it verify random numbers so they can be truly randomized. Yeah. And
so
yeah.
Are the properties, you can buy the property, and is the property like a 721?
For now, it's supposed to, but I didn't have time to add the ERC 721 contract. But that could be in the future development.
This is a lot of fun. I for some reason, like I've been playing like Monopoly Junior with my son too, and like this is like where my head has been recently. It's cool to see a cool build out totally randomly. Cool build, Codechef, CryptoMonopoly. We got to set it up so like we have to like put down some ETH and then win back some Monopoly coins. I could play this. I'm in.
Okay. Yeah, I could make it better in the future.
Cool build. I like your artwork too. Like the little pink like policeman over there is pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I got so far. Yeah.
Good build. Awesome.
Okay, thank you.
How does one last question, how do you line players up? Like how did you do the like waiting room or whatever? Or is it just kind of heavy handed? You just add the players to the game. How'd you do that part?
Oh, okay. It was this one I had penguin. So if I let's see if I open a new tab. Oops. Hopefully this one works. Click on game. Yeah, so if I click on this faucet, see. Now if I would go to back,
Oh sure. Okay.
first player.
It's just gonna make another player show up here.
Yeah, you'll be
cool.
Here.
Okay, it's just kind of open.
Yeah.
Cool.
Think play as much player as you want. Yeah.
Cool. Neat. That could get fun if like more players and it's like you're buying property and you get there first. Yeah, it's definitely classic pyramid scheme crypto game. It could be perfect.
That's what's called Monopoly.
Awesome. Great build, Codechef. Always
Thank
always
you.
a fun game. Okay, Naim. I think Naim is up next. I think maybe with multisig stuff, maybe gassless multisig stuff, I think. Naim, are you out there?
Yes.
Cool.
Hello, I'm audible, right?
Yep, we got you.
Yeah, sure. So let me share my screen. Yeah. So today I'm going to share this multisig, right? Which I have converted to a gassless multisig with ZK Sync. So what this does mean is, right, this wallet will pay gas itself, okay, whatever we do a new transaction and all this things. So I will demonstrate you one example. So I have added one new address which is which don't have any in it, okay, which is completely empty. So this address is going to execute that transaction, okay. So let me create a quick proposal for it. So we copy that address. I will add some amount here. Okay. So now the transaction is created. Now I will switch back, switch to this new address which has like no balance in it. So if you see, right, that account, yeah, I have this. I can reload it. I will see the same proposal because this account is also the owner of this wallet. But this account doesn't have any anything, okay, it's completely empty. So now what will happen here, right? When I click on execute, the transaction fee, right, which is like going to execute for required for it, it's like it's paid by this wallet itself. Okay, so let me execute it. I have to just sign the signature from the front end as the owner, and that's it. And this ZK Sync is also like very super fast, and this transaction got executed, which I see, right? The balance is deducted, and the balance is added here. Yeah. So yeah, this is the quick build that I have done with this gassless transactions. Yeah.
Cool. So you were able to orchestrate the transaction with just signatures, and then when it executed, it's
Yes.
able to execute gasslessly because the protocol allows that. I think that's what we worked.
Yes.
The Build Guild worked on that kind of
Yeah.
stuff with ETH Denver this year,
Yeah,
and it was
the
like a
paymaster
gassless
concept
wallet.
is there.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So who?
Yes,
So
yes.
did the payment come out of the multisig, or where does the money?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
cool. Just making
Yes.
sure.
Like basically the multisig is a paymaster, right? It's
Okay,
it's
cool.
on gas.
Cool. Neat. Great build. That's neat. And that only works on ZK Sync era because they have paymasters like at the protocol
Yes.
level. This would have to be implemented different on other networks.
Correct,
Cool.
correct.
Neat. Cool build. I tried to connect to it and it didn't force me over to ZK Sync. When I went to the app here, I'll post the link in there. When I don't have the right network, it doesn't force me over. I was hoping it would like add ZK Sync era testnet or something. Yeah. All good though. Cool build. Awesome. I need to use multisig.lol more often, but let me paste that in here and Shill it while you're here. Stage.multisig.lol is a new one that Naim is working on, and the old one is multisig.lol. Multisig.lol. There's a couple of good sites there. If you want to help out, go make yourself a multisig on a testnet and give Naim some feedback about how the UI UX could be better and where you ran into problems. Good builds, Naim. The multisig man. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, good work. Okay, up next we have NZM. I think NZM, are you out there?
Yeah. Hello.
Hit us up. Actually, was there a question? There may have been a question there for Naim. I didn't mean to interrupt. In case anybody had a question for Naim, shout it out first.
I was just going to ask that is StartNet same with ZK Sync according to protocol level paymaster?
I'm not sure.
Or-
Anybody know
or is
that?
it-
Yeah.
Or is it different?
It's probably different because StarkNet would be like Cairo too, right? It's probably a different language too.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, sorry. It doesn't sound like we have an answer to that, but my instinct is that it's going to be different. It's even different on other EVM compatible networks because they don't have paymasters at the protocol. Yeah. Okay. I will hand it back over to NZM. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So I built that can help you to create a stealth address. So what the stealth address helps you to do is, like, for example, on blockchain, right, on Ethereum, on Bitcoin, everything's open. Everyone can check any transaction and everything, right? And sometimes you want to send to your friends some like meme coins. You have two agents and you want to send some meme tokens, but everyone will know if you send him like to his main address. But now with stealth address, you can create an address that will be connected to his main address. Like only he can use that address, but no one will know. There will be no direct connection chain between his main address and stealth address. So first I need like the receiver's address. Let me put this. So you can add your public key to the contract. If you don't have like, or don't want it, it's like when you add it, it's like, okay, I'm using this, you can create stealth addresses and stuff, but you don't need to if the contract doesn't have it. So for example, this address doesn't have any transaction. So I check my contract, then I check every chain to see if you have any transaction, and I keep that your public key from the from your transaction. So let me put this. So I have this public key. Then I need some string that I use as a salt to create a stealth address. It can be anything. Just make it like super complex, and then it will create you stealth address, like DAB, for example. Then you can copy it, send anything you want, blah blah blah. Now receiver needs like this shared secret. He will use this shared secret to get the private key to the stealth address, and only he can get it. So technically, this shared secret is just a point on the curve, just like public key, right? For everyone else, it's just a bunch of symbols. No one can get anything. What's the stealth address? What's the secret? Who's the receiver? Who's the creator? No info. Only I know because I did create it, and the receiver can get his private key. You also can save it to the contract if you want. Like, let me save it. This will create the link though that this like account created for this some stealth address, right? But again, it will post the shared secret. People can brute force it. Like everyone knows public key, public, right? So they can brute force to find it. But long enough, it will take them thousands of years. So just write a poem, I don't know, put some emojis, whatever, make it complex. So for example, I have the secret, I send it to my friend. Now my friend, let me change the account to the receiver. Now this is a shared secret, like from my previous account. So now I can put my shared secret here. I can put like 3, for example, or just put shared secret still. Now I need private keys. I know it's like a phishing type, right? It's like, oh, hey, it's MetaMask support, just put your private keys. But because I use your public keys and I'm using elliptic curves, I need your private keys to get your private keys to stealth address. So this is all front end. So you just can turn off your internet and use this type, or even if you don't trust it, you can use this function. Like you put your private keys, you put shared secret, and we'll do some elliptic curve math, and we'll console log your stealth address and stealth private key. I will use my stealth. It's test account right over here, and boom. Yeah, so it gets the address, but wrong address for some reason. Let me wait. Did I post? Oh, no. Okay, I used the wrong shared secret. So I put shared secret private keys, and again, it's the green like DAB address. So, and this is stealth private key. So I can copy it, I put in MetaMask, wherever you want. You also can press here, and it will be your burner. Like boom, it's again DAB, DAB0. It's the same. The private key is actually this stealth addresses, and there is no like connection. No one knows this. The owner, or like the receiver, actually owns this and uses this stealth address because I used elliptic curves. And it's in a way like your mnemonic phrase gives you like infinite amount of private keys, right? Not almost infinite amount. So every private key now gives you almost infinite amount of stealth prime. And there is no connection. Only I can use it, even though like my different address did create this address, stealth address. I cannot get private key. Only the main address can get private key. And you can obviously use on any chain, or on any VM chain, like any Ethereum chain. But yeah, this is like how you can get your private key.
Let me make
sorry.
sure I understand it. So you have the first address is just like a normal MetaMask account, and then you want to generate a stealth address. Well, you
For
want to
that address,
generate,
yes.
a shared. It's really just like a shared secret address between the two of you. And
Mhm.
so what you do is the reason why you needed the public key in the first place was you need to encrypt something for them.
Yes.
Or
yes.
So
It will be connected to your address. Like,
and just to say that out loud, like if you want to encrypt something for an Ethereum address, you can't just use their address. You've got to use their public key. And so they have to make a transaction before, so you can figure out what the public key was that was used to, or the private key to sign the transaction in the first place. So he's just
your
trying to
private keys
recover
are-
the public key to do the encryption piece. So you generate an account, you use the public key to encrypt it, and then someone else recovers it using your secret. Is that right?
I don't use public keys to encrypt it. I use public keys so you can use your private keys to get the private keys to StAdds. So it's kind of, because it's public keys just generate a coin multiplied by your private key, right? And you can get back. You cannot. So it's like, I mean, it's math. It's just simple math. But because of that, because I used your public keys, only you can get. So your stealth private keys are actually connected to this, your private, and only you can get.
So it's a way for two people to set up a shared private account between the two of them.
Yeah. Yes.
But like, it's still not stealth because you have to fund it with some gas.
Yeah.
It's not able to make a transaction without having some other mixer
Like here you need to send some matic. If you create, it will be a good thing to send some matic. So you need, but it's like even your main account, you need somehow to get like Ethereum or matic, anything there, right? In the first place. You can ask your friend, you can use like centralized exchanges like Telegram bots, a lot of things how you can get your money there. But yeah, that's the problem. And I don't know how to, it's like maybe for future. But for now, yeah, but you can create your own address. No one will know. This is actually your stealth address.
Cool. Also, be really careful pasting private keys into websites.
Yeah, I said, that's why I said
should
just
normally be a no-no.
Yeah, just use this function, just copy. Or you can also Solidity, like I have in Solidity, if you want to use Solidity word. But Solidity is like this function here. You put your private key, shared secret, and it will show you that private. And that's like, but Solidity is slow in general. It uses elliptic curve, and so it will take some time compared to JS. JS is like you put it and boom, use something. So yeah, this is just some. I use this library.
Oh, that's like cool. Yeah, you're using the elliptic curve library in Solidity to do the EC multiply.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, but you need this also because it's just in general elliptic curve library, but you need Ethereum elliptic curves with certain parameters, certain generator points, so A, B, and P. It's I mean, it's just you just copy and paste it, and you just use this function if you want. So yeah, but it will get your like. But I don't recommend this. Just slow.
Cool build,
man. May I ask something to?
Yeah.
So is this working because you have your private key, which is the amount of times that you perform dot product over the point that you're showing, the public point. So you have your private key, and then you keep rotating your private key a little more to generate this address. So is this how is this working?
Yeah. You just add if it's simple. You just add
secret.
You add like some number to your private key number and get something new. But the thing, but you kind of use elliptic curves. So I also need stealth address, right? I need to send somehow. So, but I don't know. I cannot. The thing is that I cannot get your private keys, even though I know the secret. I know the secret, right? But I cannot get your private keys. But in like fundamental, I have your private keys. You add something to that and get your stealth. That's it.
Nice.
In fundamentals, you are right.
Thank you. Nice build.
Yeah, it's neat cryptography. That's cool.
Yeah,
Good
it's not Solidity stuff mostly. It's just elliptic curves, but yeah.
Okay, I think Damu is up next.
Yes. Let me share the screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yep, we got it. Looks like EAS. Oh, we got attestation service, huh?
Yeah. I will show a prototype using the Ethereum attestation service. this is a service to make attestation, to create attestation, to verify and to revoke the attestation. Well, you can attest almost anything. There are also use cases for the attestation. And this is just two contracts, one for the schemas. The schemas is to set up the data that you will use for each attestation. And the other contract is just for the attestation itself. There's a lot of tools for working for the attestation. So you have the attestation explorer, where you can see all the attestation that are done, what schema use, and you can explore the schemas too, and make a new schema or make a new attestation. The exit using this tool right directory. I mean, so you don't need to build an application to use this attestation. You can just use this tool, and you can make a new attestation and a new schema and all. Well, this EAS is just a base layer for attestation. It gives you all the base feature for attestation, but then you have to build your custom logic for your special use case. For example, if you are using the attestation for vote, you have to make a logic to, for example, who can vote on what or something like that. Well, I built this prototype to attest BuidlGuidl member. I create a new schema, and the schema is just an address, the address for the BuidlGuidl member. And I use for the attestation there an SDK to use for to get and to make new attestation. I use this. The attestation can be on-chain and off-chain. I made this attestation on-chain. We can try it. For example, I can attest that Emu is a BuidlGuidl member. What happened? I don't know if you can see, but I confirm the transaction. This is on Optimism. And here in the right section, we can see all the attestation that use this BuidlGuidl schema. Here I can see the new attestation that I just made. These attestations are get from the GraphQL endpoint that you have for each network that are deployed. The contracts are deployed on Ethereum, Arbitrum, Optimism, and well, the test network. And for each one, you have a GraphQL endpoint to query and to get the attestation and the schemas too. So I'm using this endpoint to get this attestation that I'm showing right there. What else? Well, I built this prototype to test the EAS because we are building an application for Optimist, Retro, PGF, discovery, and voting, and they will be using this for the project information. Well, that's all. Thank you. I can share the link for the code in the chat.
Awesome. Thanks, Damu. Good build. We need that, right? It's infrastructure we're laying down to try to get to the point where we have a good build for Optimism. And it's kind of just a cool story because Optimism has funded us with Retro PGF. And there's kind of a handful of different things that we're trying to do to help out kind of back toward Optimism. And this is one of those things. The EAS website, what was that .sh website that you had up? Attest.sh maybe? Did they just like did they just rip the design right off of ethereum.org? Like if you scroll up on this website, it's like, wait a minute, that's from ethereum.org. And if you scroll down to the bottom, it is too, right? Like straight ripped from the website. Damn. Like down here, it's go to the bottom, keep going, a little bit farther, right there. That's from the Ethereum website too, right? Ah, geez.
Yeah, it's similar, it's not the same, it's very similar, I think, but very, maybe it's the same, I don't know.
I feel like I've seen that exact one, but maybe not. Okay. Next up is Port, I think. Port, are you out there? Yep, there he is. You got it,
Yes,
Port?
I'm ready.
Share it away.
All right, let's go. And so today I'll be showing you the Anvil UI that I'm working on recently. And if you don't know Anvil, it's a part of the tool called Foundry built in Rust. So what Anvil is it's a local blockchain, just like Ganache and in Trufflesuit. So this is an UI for that. And if you have used Ganache before, it's basically has the same like simple features in it. So you can stop Anvil, start it, or maybe start it with your parameters. Like you can say how many accounts you want it to generate, and you can set logging on and off. Let's start Anvil and try it. You can mine blocks. You can see the accounts you have, and you can change the interval that the account's data is updated. You can these should be improved, but just as an example, I put them here. So you can set the contract bytecode, set the contract storage. You can click on the address, and this is the same UI as it is in Scaffold-Eth too. Just some basic functionality for now. You can see the blocks, and you can also see the transactions in the blocks too. Let me just send some transactions over here. And maybe this one too. Oh yeah, so you can see the transaction here, click on it and see the data, the transaction data. And you can see the contract, this code, just the same functionality in Scaffold-Eth to's Block Explorer. You can see the storage. I implement the different method of like checking the storage here. So you can just put in the storage slot number and it shows it automatically. And there are the logs too. So we have logs, transactions, as I said before. You can turn the auto mining off. Then your transactions, let's send some here. They appear in the mempool tab, and then you can drop them one by one or by hash, or you can just drop all of them. And you can, if you're working on this page, you can set the update interval to 1 second. And if you're like doing nothing, you can set it up so that it doesn't make as many requests, because you know, Foundry people or Rust people care about this a lot. Where is it? Let me find it. Oh yeah, so you can see how much it is called here. So if I set it to 1 second, it's getting called every second. But if I set it to 10 seconds, and if I don't care about like refreshing the page, it's much more economical. So let's drop one transaction, then mine a block. So it's after 5 seconds, this will be get updated, or after 1 second if I set it so. So here in blocks, I can see that block here. But why is it? Oh, I think there's a problem here because it should be showing like 30 transactions. Yep. So, oh, you can also see the events that the interactions has fired, and also the logs from the beginning, like from the moment I started Anvil. And you can also like come here and search addresses, transactions, whatever. And oh, I forgot the most important part. For this to work, you have to actually select a directory that your Foundry project is in. So you come here, you come to like repos or whatever you use. You click on Hello Foundry or your directory's name, the folder that you have your Foundry project is in. Then you select it, start, and well, this is it. And you can also snapshot the exact block. Let's say we are at 8, we snapshot it, snapshot created, then we, let's say, mine and do some other things, then we can revert to it. Boom, we're at like block 9 now. So that's basically it. I built this on top of Electron React boilerplate. I plan to move it, I plan to build it from the ground up and possibly release it for, since it's Electron for Linux, Mac, and Windows, so that people can have like the beginners or the people who want an UI can have an easier time with Foundry in Anvil.
Awesome build port. You should paste the repo in if it's open source, so we can share that along with the video.
Absolutely.
Really cool build. Man, so many neat things there. I wish we could get it in with Scaffold-Eth too, but maybe it's just part of Foundry or something, and you just kind of add it. And so it's an app that runs natively on the machine. You open it up, and then you use the app to select the Foundry directory, and then it starts talking to that Anvil or orchestrates that Anvil and reads all this information.
It starts it up. Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome stuff.
Thank you.
Great build, man. We got to get Georgios checking this out. We got to tweet him or something. I see what he thinks about it.
That would be cool.
All right. Next up is Irfanb. Oh man, I always say your name wrong, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to correct you because however you call it, that's fine. Hello, everybody. I'm not going to take a lot of time. First off, I'm going to make an announcement that, last week I presented this flashbot bundler thing. But right now it's even more automated and it's on mainnet. So whenever somebody gets their private key compromised, please direct them to here. Find me on Telegram. Just, I don't know, direct them to here, to this address. I will paste it in the chat. And it is super friendly for beginners because once you hit the hacked address and the funding address, and then when you hit next, it is also going to list you all the assets that the hacked address actually has. And Elliot is also working on the UI. So I'm not going to walk over it again, but briefly you can add, if they're not listed here, I didn't come across such a thing, but if the assets are not listed here, you can add them here. And you can also even make custom calls like this. I'm just going to show this one more time. So when you actually type the function signature, it's going to automatically render a form so that you can use it and add it here. It's going to force the beginners to make the correct moves every time. And when the bundle fails, it's also going to direct them on the next steps. So this is super beginner friendly. Please direct whoever you hear got their account compromised. Please direct them here to this website. It's going to look a lot nicer. So this is first. And secondly, well, I'm building another thing. It is still in the work. It's still in the work in progress. But what I'm trying to do basically is I'm trying to build a multi-deploy. This multi-deploy is going to, I can actually give you a demo right now very quickly. This multi-deploy thing is going to take, your contracts here, and then when you hit compile, it is going to compile them, and then it's going to list the constructor arguments here. So if you want to deploy multiple contracts with custom constructor arguments, let's put my name here, and you want to deploy them like this, you can use this build. And I will also talk about the potential improvements in a second. So I'm hurrying up a little. Let me confirm the transaction. And potential improvements are that this is a multi-deploy, and I will also be adding a multi-call functionality to this, so that you can deploy multiple addresses, and then you can also perform multiple calls within just one call. And yeah, I was experimenting with proxies, and this is what I came up with. Let's see.
So I was playing with the flashbots recovery stuff and kind of missed the beginning of the second part. It's let me make sure I get it right. So you send it like an array of bytecode, and it deploys a bunch of addresses or a bunch of contracts in one. It's like a multi-factory or something like that. Is that right?
It's a multi-deploy, yes.
Multi-deploy, very poly-deploy.
Yeah.
All right,
poly-deploy.
cool.
It's a poly-deploy.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to prove that these arguments are actually passed, look at the B contract. It has an address, and I'm setting that address in. So let's also showcase that they're actually set up. This is the newly deployed address. I fetched it from the logs because it's still a work in progress, but let's prove that my address is actually there. So yeah, so this is my address. So it actually works, guys. So hopefully in the next Bowtie Friday, I'm gonna demonstrate this in a full format. So yeah, thanks for watching. These were the news from my side.
Awesome stuff. So wait. So when do you need to deploy multiple contracts in one transaction?
I don't know.
I think it's cool.
I'm not really
for sure. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought maybe if you had like stumbled on a use case that was really interesting or something.
I was drinking tea and thinking about this. Well, who's going to use this, like for what use case? But my inspiration came from the fact that I was looking at solidity patterns, and I was realizing, well, wait, I can actually do such a thing. And I will actually add one more functionality, which is, yeah, I will switch to create two, so that you can deploy your contracts at deterministic addresses. You know, it's just a cool build with a set of functionalities, and yeah, whoever want to use it can use it. That's it.
It is very much. It is a cool build. It's a neat, just kind of dive into a weird piece of solidity. Yeah, shoot it.
All right. So does this mean if you deploy the multiple contracts with this tool, it kind of has the same nonce, like the nonce doesn't increase as it deploys each contract?
It probably does.
It probably does, yeah. I mean, it surely does.
Yeah. Because then they would go to the same address over and over again, and that would mess stuff up. So it definitely, the contract is a factory, and each time it puts one of these, you give it a list of sets of bytecode, and each time it puts one out, its nonce will increase. The nonce for the smart contract, right? The deployer's nonce only goes once. Like the guy who makes the one deployment contract to, like whoever makes a transaction to the factory has a nonce that increases once, right? That's one transaction. But then the nonce for the smart contract that's deploying the bytecode, its nonce would increment with each bytecode that gets deployed. I think I'm saying that right. Is that right?
It's accurate, yeah, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Neat build. Also, the flashbots recovery stuff is really handy, dude. The way you have it set up where you're like, okay, give me the two addresses, like a good address and a hacked address. And then it has you like connect the good address and connect to the RPC, and it brings up the RPC button. Like this is super user friendly. I think like one or two more passes, and this is like my mom could use this. So good build on the flashbots recovery too. Let's do a couple more iterations with the design, and let's put it out there because I think it's
Elliot is on it.
Elliot. All right, great. Awesome builds, multiple builds. I think Coderxyz is next. Coderxyz, and then Light, and then Fran. Ooh, we better get going. Is Coderxyz out there? And then Light. Anybody? I don't know who Light is either. Anybody Light? It might be Fran.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Fran's up.
Okay.
Fran's the man, the mobile man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. So let me share screen. Okay, so the idea here is I have been going through kind of inheritance payouts. So the idea is that at the end, here on crypto, we have people that have so much wealth, and now the way to make this inheritance between your sons or whatever is kind of exposing to them to your keys or letting them where is your hardware wallet or whatever. So, and also you don't know how they are going to spend the money when they receive it, because at the end, they can have no money normal, and then in some moment of time, they get this too much money from your side, and they don't know how to manage, and maybe in 4 days, they have burned it, okay? So the idea is try to solve these two issues. So now I have here, okay. I have here one account. I will create one contract here, and it's going to be a vault. Okay, here we have several types of vaults. We have ones, fixed, and percentage. If we go through the ones, the balance when the time arrives will be shared between the target account that you have set. If it's fixed, will be a fixed value that you are going to set here in order to each iteration that the distribution arrives will send this amount to the accounts that you have inside. And in percentage is the same stuff, but with the balance of the contract will be the 10% of the balance of the contract shared to the different accounts. So I will create some of them. I have here on development mode, I have seconds to the time frame to make the period and notifiers and so on. In the real life scenario, you are not going to set this one to seconds, so I will hide it, but days, months, or year, we will set it here, and now I will go through seconds. I will yes. Then here I have some local accounts to test. Okay, and now I can create a distribution. Here I have this like to tip the contract if you want and so on, but you even can create it without giving something. I will create the 3 of them, okay, and then we will go. It's the moment they are test. Yeah, I will say.
Really nice UI here, Fran. Like
you know, that's,
yeah,
that's
you spent some
my
time
side,
on this.
so yeah, a little bit. So this is the same one. And here is fixed with 1 per each seconds. I will have nothing. Okay, so if you have seen, I have been changing the time from here to here. This one is the time that you as an owner are going to use to increase the period that you lock the vault always. And then the other one is once you died or you are not there, the distribution, the lock time that will be applied to the distribution. So at the end, if you are died, we can say this time is the one that is going to be applied. Okay, and the same here. Okay. So here we have the 3 ones. Let's wait a bit in order to achieve it, and I will fulfill them from the faucet.
So after the time expires, then they can come in and fulfill these. And it's either going to be a one-time. No, am I saying it wrong?
Yeah, it's not a one-time. At the end, this is the game that at the end you are the one that me as an owner, I will arrive here in the period that I have. For example, here we have that is all the balance equals once it's unlocked. This one is 10% is 200 seconds once unlocked, and the other one for the fixed one. So now when the time arrives, I'm the only one that I can go through here and lock again. So even if the time doesn't arrive, sorry, nowadays that we have, for example, this one in 25 seconds is going to be, I remember that I have to log it, and I will increase the time, and it will be logged again. So it's like a live signal. Okay, I'm alive. So start again. Even if you have said, for example, 1 year, you can arrive at the 5 months and reset it again, and it will be again 1 year. Okay. So now, if you see here, we have the accounts, and they have assigned their votes, so you can claim the votes. If you see here, there is one that it hasn't, because I have set the wrong address. Oh no, I have not set an address. Okay, so this one is going to be only for 1, and the other one for the 2, and this one is the 1, so it's fine to have it like that. Okay. So once, maybe I have to set this time.
The UI is so nice though. Those cards look good. Like
Cool.
This just looks like a good
Also,
Web3 app.
You have all
dark
the stuff
mode,
here
dark
too.
mode.
Yeah, all the stuff is there, more or less. I mean, I have to test more I'm doing the test from the smart contracts, and I have to test it then. Well, then also if the guild can review code and all the stuff, because at the end my side it is one more than the Solidity side. And yeah, if someone reviews it and make PRs will be nice. And also I have different steps for next times to increase it. If it's a good idea, I will add several stuff that I have on mind too, because at the end it's like a way to recover money. So imagine if you place this kind of mechanic inside of a smart contract wallet. I don't know if it can be done, but if you place it, you have this kind of recovery accounts, and you normally use your wallet. In some moment, I don't know, you break your phone or whatever, and you cannot access because you have forget the seed phrase and so on. In some moment of time, you will be able to distribute, and when you distribute, you will receive in these 2 other accounts in this only one account that I have seen here. You know, so I'm not sure if it's possible. I have to investigate it and so on, but has kind of sense. So here, for example, now we have this percentage is going to be from the 1 ETH, the distribution of 1%, and we can distribute it. Okay, this is normal because I have not moved the blockchain. So there is no, the next block has not the timestamp that it should, and it's not going to be working. And now I can distribute it. And now it's in 80%, in 80 Ether. We have the distribution again reset, and the same stuff. If you now can see that the log time, we can have to understand that this guy has died. Okay, so this one is not going to be shown. But here from here, if I refresh the page, I have to manage the refreshes. So if I go to the assigned ones, I see that the assigned one, and I can only distribute, and that's all. And now it's blocked with my time, not the time that the user has set to be notified. So normally it's that I will click on notify, on increase the time when I'm alive, 1 year more or less, and then when I die, maybe each month I want to have this distribution to the people, if it's 1 year or whatever, and this kind of distribution is what you have here. And as you have said, if I was here, I was the owner, and I was able to click on the distribution too. The distribution is a button that can click everyone on the world. So at the end, you don't have to explain to the user, to your sons how to access here. Everyone can access and click on distribute. Not because it's filtered by your address, okay? But my idea is also wrap it around a service, a Web2 service, in order to let you automate this distribution once the time is unlocked. So in this way, you only have to know the addresses from the distributor, the distributed addresses, and once the moment arrives, we will hit the distribution button. It's the time, it's the contract unlocks, and the people will receive the money, even they don't have to arrive to click here nothing, and all will be.
Cool. So basically, there's a central smart contract that you put money into, and you put some kind of family member or something, put their address in, and then basically if you quit checking in with it, then it becomes legal to send out, and you could basically automate the sending out even, so it just lands in the other person's account eventually. But it's like a reverse dead man switch, where you have to check into it once a month, and if you don't check into it once a month, then it expires and it sends out to someone. Is that kind of the TLDR? Cool.
Yeah, That's the idea. And it's the factory creating the vaults, and then the vault is the owner of the vault is your side, and I don't know anything about your vault.
Cool.
So yeah, that's the
Good
idea.
build, Fran. I mean, it's really a
Thank you, man.
product too. You've done a lot of work to make the UI and UX really smooth. So it's, I mean, it's a product.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things that I want to manage and change, but I would like to share with the community in order to be suggested to things or whatever. You have the build in my profile, you have the code on GitHub. So yeah, whatever contribution is fine.
Awesome. Yeah,
Cool.
I could see another pass of this is just like coming up with a product name and giving it a little bit more design
Yeah.
and then kind of putting it out there. I mean, like, of course, like some audits and stuff on the smart contract stuff.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Mhm.
All right, I think I is up next. Is it AYE? I don't know how to say I. Maybe I'm not saying.
It's HN.
Oh, okay. Cool. HN, what's up, man?
What's up? Okay, so oh yeah, I guess I should share my screen.
We gotcha.
All right, cool. So this is my second project. My first one was block, paper, scissors, which wasn't that exciting. So I made something a little more complicated, I guess. This is kind of like a debt managing app. It's a clone of a app that I used with my friends on vacation. So basically, whoever's in your group, you would kind of make a group name. So if your vacation's in Canada, make a little group called Canada. Just gonna reload this. All right, so our little group popped up here. And then you can add people in your group. So you can add one person, another person, I guess myself, and someone else. And then basically when you whenever someone makes like a purchase or something at the store, they would kind of like log that purchase. So let's just say went to the store and we got food for everyone, and Nico decided to purchase this food, and then the food's for everyone. So then we would add this, and then the money gets split evenly between everyone, and Nico has a balance of 300 and everyone owes Nico 300 in one way or another. And so let's just say you also need like a rental car. I don't know, $600, and let's just say Maxime pays for this. And I don't know, maybe we dropped off, maybe I got dropped off somewhere. So we would add this, and then all of a sudden Maxime's bounces in the positive again. Matthias owes even more money, and Nico owes Nico is owed a little less money. And another feature is you can make different groups. Originally, you could only make one group, but let's just say you have a group of your roommates, and then you would make another group, and you would basically do the same thing and keep track of everyone's debt. And then when everyone goes their separate ways, you would pay off the remaining debt, and then everyone's cool. So that's my thing.
Cool build. It's this is a very similar build to me when I first started starting to build smart contracts apps. It's like a stepping stone build. It's good. You keep building things like this and keep going. I noticed, let's see, let me make sure this is you. Is this your BuidlGuidl profile? Let me paste it in here. It looks like you just done the challenges and haven't submitted any builds. So make sure you submit this as one of your builds if you haven't yet.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah. Let me make sure that's the right address. I'm not sure if it's, let's see, you're logged in as 7A here. Maybe it's someone else.
That sounds right.
Let's see. Link me your build guild profile because it looks like it doesn't have an ENS name yet. And let's get you a scholarship so you can get an ENS name on that account and start adding some more builds.
Okay, cool.
Cool. I think Coderxyz. I got to fix that ENS. That's right. That's what I was getting the goosebumps on the back of my neck. Someone needs an ENS name. All right. I think Coderxyz.eth is next.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Oh, cool. I'm just gonna go and share screen. I'd say to step 1. Okay. Let me know what can you see, because for some reason I didn't give you the option to share the whole screen. Can you see
code?
Okay.
Yep, we see like a couple panels of code.
Okay, cool. Okay. So yes, now you can see the application, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, everyone. This is just a quick application. I almost run out of time for this application, but the gist of this application is to very similar to trust funds, where your parents or family members can donate and give crypto to their family, and then they can redeem after turning 18 or when you are a little bit mature. And then these gifts can be for college tuition, maybe a car payment, or buying a car or buying a house. And then they can personalize these gifts. And then people, or you can collect this after turning 18. And then let's just have a quick demo. So I guess I can just close that. So the first thing that you can do, you can go to your dashboard. I mean, you need to log in after you log out, but yeah, you need to log in. And then right now I am logging as this wallet, and then I can either so this is my family members contact list, and then so this is Bear, this is Johnny, and then I can add another one. Oh, something went wrong. I think that yeah, let's see. So you can add another family member here. You can add maybe yes, Zoe. You put their wallet, and then you just add the member to it. It's then if we go back to the dashboard, it should be there. So now we have Zoe, and then so now right now I have the other person here, Bert, with 18, 19, logging in. This is a incognito window. So I have, in a way, we have two. So this is one with 66, and this is Bear with 19. Then suppose that I would like to see Bear's donation. So right now I'm gonna create a fund. Then I'm gonna say I would like to here it can be any name for this. So here it's gonna be like a test, and then the amounts is gonna be, I'm gonna collect more first, so I can just do one. So I'm gonna right now I think I would have two. Okay, I'm just gonna do one here, and then the date to be released. I'm just gonna copy this day. I have the function here to convert to unique to Unix time stamp, but I didn't have the time to add it. And it's basically this function that I converts the time for me. It goes from date from the date to Unix timestamp. I have it somewhere here, but because of the time, I'm just gonna move on. It's this one. So yeah, it's just the function is a pretty simple function that it just takes the year, the month, and the day, and just convert it to Unix time. And now let me just take that into that just to save some time, and then I'm gonna just put it here, and then I'm gonna say this is gonna be for college, and then I'm just gonna be that's the amount. I can just gonna click create, and then I'm just gonna confirm that, and then now my account is gonna go down to 1.9. Okay, now I already sent that to Bert. So now if I am Bert, remember Bert is 819, 819. Then now if I go back to my available gifts, suppose that I put the time to be in the past so that I can, just for the demo purposes, and now I can just collect here that, and then now it's gonna go, my account is gonna go by 1. So now it went up. And then so yes, so this is like everything is like mostly not represented or not displayed in the front end, but my aim and my goal is to just basically bring everything. I know that I need to have the available day here, the value, and also I am missing the message or the usage of the gift. And but yeah, so then here is the option to like available gifts, and then this is the upcoming gifts, the gifts that are still unlocked. So it's supposed for this one is like it will be available on July 4th, 2030, because that's the date when this person turns 28, I suppose. But yeah, that's a simple. And then in the future, it will be really nice to have this as something similar to the previous one, where anyone can like a smart vault, like anyone can say, okay, you know what, I would like to give, it's like a trust fund. So a trust fund, I imagine that's something like, I would like to pass on my assets whenever I am not here present, physically present. And then I can check in every, I don't know, every month, every 6 months, something like that. And then in this case, notify Bird, let's saying that, and then, yes, in this case, notify Bird saying that, hey, maybe automate my contract, so the contract that they can just kicked in whenever I am not checking in, and then automate that and send it to Bird without having Bird to go directly into this and then claim for the funds. I think that will be pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's on the long term, because I need to learn a lot. But yeah, that's basically my project.
Good build. Yeah, it's cool. We had 2 kind of like recovery things. So this would be going to another person. The tricky thing is like, so say I want to give some money to my son. He doesn't really have an address yet. I'd have to come up with a way to sort of like create an address for him and have it be waiting for him. Kind of like the
onboarding,
the hidden address we had earlier. But yeah, some kind of almost like social login where he could use an email address and it could be waiting for him. But I don't know, it could be tricky there. But yeah, cool build. Good Scaffold-Eth 2 build. Good to see.
Thank you.
I think Scobru. Oh, Fran, did you have a question there? I mean, we're already long over time. If you have to ask it, go ahead.
No, don't worry. Yeah, I was thinking on the stuff that you have said that your son has to have the wallet and so on. If we think that the son has 1 year, yeah, but if he has 18, maybe he has it. So at the end, if you have the wallet now, you can run it even with the solution of the parent or my one. Should be more or less achievable with that. But yeah, I agree that it's like more user friendly to don't have events to have it on the very early stage.
Yeah. Figuring out how to do the user experience for someone who's like in 10 years from now, who knows what it'll be like. Yeah. Okay, Scobru. Sure. Scobru, finish it up, man. What do you got for us for Bowtie Friday? Some of this. Oh, are you out there? I see me.
I think you're muted there.
Yeah, we don't hear you. Oh yeah, you can see the audio is turned off.
You listen to me?
Yeah. Yep, we got you.
Okay. Okay. This is the idea. The idea is born from like this page that we see all the we draw from any like stream from any builder, and we have like only the information of the amount of the reason. The idea is like to build a one smart contract that is like shared between all builders, and this is the app is BuidlCommit. So you can join the app, and basically it's very simple. This is my string contract, and this is my pass stream. You can like copy one of this stream, the transaction hash. You can like copy that, and we fetch all the information of this stream. For make a commit, you have to pay a little fee, and this fee go into the contract. Basically, contract is the same mechanism of the stream, but the only difference that you take like a share more commits you like record on your contract. There are like a security feature that I'm checking like off chain that is the same address of this hash is the same of this basically. And after I can, for example, upload my zip file of my repository, because if like I don't know, GitHub like is destroyed, I can upload forever my repository, and so I have like a little JSON con some information. I can create my commit. Okay, so I go. Okay, now I have 2 commits, and of course I have all the share of this pool. But there is like a builder board where you can see all the builders and a little like I don't know how to say, like levels, okay, from on every time you commit, every 5 commit you grow up your levels. And basically here you can now the time is very short because I hard coded in the smart contract a little time for demonstration, like 5 minutes. But for example, if I do a little withdraw, I choose. I have to choose now. After I like wait my 7 day, this is like the same mechanism of the stream. I can withdraw, for example, this amount, or I can choose to donate this amount. That is basically I don't withdraw nothing, but I jump my turn. And in meantime, maybe other builders like record other commits, so they have more share than me. So I, for example, donate a little amount of this, for example, 1.5. I go to donate, and now I don't withdraw nothing, but my counter restart. Okay, my available reward is resetted, and but every 5 donation you have 1 Earth. So if I donate more time, like until 5, I have an Earth. And okay.
Very cool. So it's BuidlGuidl stream mechanics, but then
Yeah.
there's some commits that go to IPFS, and you can also
Yes.
donate yours back to the pool.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
can
kind of
view your
like keeping
can
track
view
of
your
which
commit.
things you did.
Of course. Yeah.
Cool.
You can also view your commit, so you can share this page when we go on mainnet with the community, and the community can download directly the zip file of your commit and view your commit. And there is a list of every commit, like in real time, from every builders, and there is like a fun screensaver.
I was wondering what this button does.
The fun screensaver that I was playing when wait, okay, so
it's just
this
like
is
a
my
visualizer.
yeah, this is my
Cool.
reward. Every time that I increase my local blockchain, increase, and that's it. This is like a way to like make like a commit, pay a little fee, and if you want, you can like donate your little reward, and nothing. And the more you donate, more you like go into the path of glory of the builder. That of course ChatGPT made that, and that's it.
Cool build. Awesome stuff. That's good fun Scaffold-Eth build. Keep building, keep doing stuff like this. This is a good start.
Thanks.
Awesome. I think I'm gonna steal your screen back real quick. Okay, so I have here we go. I think, yeah, can y'all see this? Yes. This is I-Chan's address, right? Wait, is it A-Chan or I-Chan? I don't know how to pronounce your name.
It's A-Chan.
A-Chan. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you're missing your ENS address. So I wanted to name was on earlier with multisigs. Usually we have people that are presenting that have been through a little bit. And one of the first things you do once you finish kind of these challenges is you kind of drop into the build guild and I see you. And if you're working on stuff, I'll send you an ENS and as you're turning in. So first of all, turn in your builds here. But I'm going to grab your address and live scholarship you just to show this off. A lot of this happens in the background. This is scholarship.buildguild.com. It's built by Naim. But I'm going to send you some ENS or some ETH for you to get an ENS. So this is a tool built by Naim, and it's a way for me to give quick scholarships. Uh-oh, why do I have a pending transaction? What am I doing? I don't know what's happening. I'm just hitting buttons. But look how nice that application is. It allows me to sign. It's like a one of one with a handful of us on here that are able to give out scholarships for people to get ENS addresses. And if I go look at executed transactions, there's going to be a whole bunch of people's names here kind of along the way that got ENS names also. So welcome to the crew.
Cool.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
use that ETH to go get an ENS address and start adding your builds to your build guild profile. All right, sweet.
I really
Thanks,
like to thank
yeah.
you, by the way. I really like to thank you for this scholarship, because I remember the first time that Zach texted me from Telegram that you sent me $100 for ENS address. I was really feeling excited because
Awesome.
this was the first time for me that I bought ENS address.
You have to do a bunch of stuff on chain, right? It's like 3 different transactions, and sometimes it's like $15 a transaction or something. It hurts, but it's like that's the experience. Like you got to experience mainnet. Thanks for the kind words, Mertkin. Awesome. All right, happy Bowtie Friday, y'all. Thank you for showing off your builds. A lot of good stuff today. So cool. Hearts. See you guys later. Thank you.